Let me just introduce you to these guys. We're delighted to be supported in this video by Fairmont Sports and Classics in Brentwood in Essex. They have about 130 cars in stock, what the owner Dave Scarborough calls affordable classics, including, fun enough, a number of Porsches, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But it's a privately owned, family-owned business that sells everything from Porsches to MGs to Ferraris to Lancias to Subarus to Mercedes to BMWs and so on and so on and so on. Let me just tell you a little bit more about this business and let's just have a look at some of their stock. This is a proper treasure trove of cars. I feel a bit like a 6-year-old in a sweet shop, particularly with regard to the amount of Porsches here. On the stock list here, which they've just given me, 130 cars, about 11 of them are Porsche. Behind me, you'll see a 993 cab. I used to sell those, believe it or not, when they were new in 1994, 95, 96. You can probably see in the background, there's a 997 Cabriolet there. That's a 2006 car that's done 10,000 miles. That's the sort of stuff they have here. Very, very well curated, I have to say. Dave Scarborough, the owner, looked after the purchase and the kind of filtering through of cars for stock himself. Again, family-owned business, independently owned. They kind of live and breathe it here. This is interesting. A very, very cool, I'm not sure if it's Golf Blue, I think it might be Golf Blue, 991 Turbo. This is up for sale for £119,000. This car new, by the way, now is well over £200,000, particularly if you want the 50th anniversary. Lots and lots and lots of money. Super quick, but yes, as you can see here, and available to you if you should so wish. My personal preference, though, is this stuff, as I think you probably all know by now. So this thing here, this really is the ultimate yuppie mobile. So this is a 1988 F-plate 911 3.2 Carrera Sport Cabriolet. If you were a city banker or an insurance underwriter in the City of London in the mid to late 1980s, and you just got your 30 or 40 grand bonus, you would have gone straight to one of the Porsche centres in London, Follett's, I think it was at the time, back down in towards Wapping, and you would have bought yourself one of these, particularly a Cabriolet back then. Grand Prix White, of course, one of the basically the 3 colours that everybody went for back in the 80s. It was either Grand Prix White, Gars Red or Black. But look at it, it's lovely. And this thing has done 100,000 miles in all of that time, so registered in 1988, as I believe, and it really is lovely. Can't resist getting in it, frankly. It kind of screams Gordon Gekko, doesn't it? And Wolf of Wall Street, frankly. Just a really, really cool thing. And of course, not that many of them. It is a mere 101,000 miles, 89F registered. A beautiful, beautiful thing. But this, of course, isn't the only 911 here. Can I just do that again? Oh, just love that. The classic old school 911 door shut noise. And talking of classic 911s, this is the kind of son of that, really. This is a 964, which they made between 1989 and 1994. This particular one is a Carrera 4, so it's a 4-wheel drive, the first time they put 4-wheel drive on 911. And this car has done just 60,000 miles, priced at £92,000. It's beautiful in diamond blue with linen and Metropole blue interior, as it is. A really, really lovely thing. It's not a Porsche, but we also must talk about this. This is what I refer to as the Bobby Ewing SL. Bobby Ewing as in Dallas. Those of you that are old enough to remember Dallas will know that Bobby Ewing and several other members of the cast drove one of these, either a 300 or a 500 SL. Again, lovely, lovely old thing. Moving on, just schmoozing past the Jensen Interceptor here, which, by the way, my dad had one of these back in the 80s. Lovely car, beautiful thing. Obviously, they didn't make many of them. Yeah, very different. A real muscle car of its day. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Look at the condition. And then there's this, which is an 86944, so Series 1, I guess. Sunroof. Really, really nice thing. And you know what's really back in vogue now is these old school interiors. So whether it's Pasha or pinstripe cloth, which this has got. This is really, really nice. And this has done 61,000 miles. Really, really cool. So that's a quick roundup of what Fairmont have to offer. Obviously, it's not just Porsche. We're going to have a quick look in a second at a load of Japanese rally cars, believe it or not. But from my point of view, in terms of Porsche, there's loads here, and they're all in their own right iconic classics, and, as is their mantra here, affordable. They're entry-level cars. Most of this stuff, by the way, over the next 5 or 10 years, is going to do that in value. So all of the cars that are for sale here, and indeed then sold to customers, of course, go through a preparation process, maintained properly. Anything that is needed is done, and of course, serviced if necessary, and MOT'd if necessary. I'm not sure we should be in here, by the way. They're at lunch, which is why we've managed to dive in here. But what's really interesting is that Tom, who's the technician here, of course, has to be adept across multiple brands and marques of car and all sorts of different ages. I mean, there's stuff here from the 60s, from the 90s to 2000s, and of course, as you saw with that 911 Turbo S, cars that are only 5 or 6 years old. So a clever guy indeed. Let's have a little look upstairs, because there's some Japanese rally cars, probably the might of which, the volume of which, you haven't seen in one place. Follow me. Wow. Okay. So this is almost like a literal Subaru heaven. We're upstairs, and there are, let me just count quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I count 12 Subaru Impreza rally type car things up here. Forgive me, I'm definitely not an expert on Subarus, but it looks like Fairmont are, because they've got lots and lots up here. Some of these, again, make a lot of money, depending on how many of each particular model and edition was produced. What do you call a kind of collection of Subaru Imprezas like this? A herd? I don't know, a cackle, maybe? Should we maybe coin that phrase? But yes, more Subarus than you can shake a gear stick at.